I found Santa's list under the tree on Christmas morning. My name was on the naughty side, crossed out in fresh red ink. Mom swore I'd been good. The paper smelled like wet earth. Footprints led from the fireplace to my bedroom door, too large for boots, ending in claws. That night the wind howled my name through the chimney. The list is gone now, but I still hear pages turning downstairs. The elf on the shelf never moved when we looked, but every morning it was closer to my bed. Christmas Eve it sat on my pillow, its plastic smile stretched wider. I awoke Christmas Day to an empty shelf, then felt tiny hands on my throat in the dark. The wind rocked the mobile above my bed like a lullaby. I built a snowman in the yard on Christmas afternoon. That night I saw it outside my window, closer to the house. Every hour it moved nearer, leaving no tracks. By dawn it stood at the door, carrot nose pressed to the glass, coal eyes staring. Its smile was wider than I had carved. When I opened the door, it wasn't made of snow anymore. The wind pushed it inside. My stocking Christmas morning held things I had lost last year. My dead cat's collar, my ex's ring, Dad's watch that I buried with him, all wrapped in red ribbon that smelled like grave dirt. A note inside read, "The wind returns what was taken." That night, the losses came back too. Scratches at the door, phone calls from deleted numbers, footsteps in the attic. The wind remembered everything. All the presents under our tree were wrapped perfectly, but we hadn't bought any yet. On Christmas Eve, we heard paper tearing downstairs. In the morning, empty boxes were scattered, ribbons shredded. One new gift remained addressed to us, from someone who watched you open yours. Inside was a Polaroid of our family sleeping, taken from inside the room. The wind outside seemed to laugh through the cracks. Every ornament on our tree has a name tag from someone who died that year. Mom said it was tradition. This Christmas mine appeared, handwritten in red ink I don't own. I never told anyone I was sick. When I took it down, the tree began to bleed thick sap like tears. Needles fell in patterns that spelled my name on the floor. Outside, the wind rattled the branches, whispering it back to me. The tree isn't decorated anymore. It's waiting. Our Christmas lights flickered to life on their own Christmas night. Random at first, then letters forming, one bulb at a time. My full name. When it finished, every light died. The house went black. The wind outside howled the letters through the eaves like laughter. I haven't turned the lights on since. Late Christmas Eve, carolers came singing Silent Night, but the words were reversed, their voices hollow. Their mouths moved wrong, smiles too wide. We closed the door. The singing continued, inside the walls, growing louder as it circled the house. By midnight, every carol played backward from the radio, the TV, even the clock chime. The wind outside joined in, humming the melody through the vents. Mistletoe appeared above our door on Christmas Eve. We own none. By morning, it spread across the ceiling like black veins. Anyone who stood under it vanished. My brother kissed his girlfriend goodbye there. They're both gone now. The mistletoe blooms with red berries. The wind rocks it gently, waiting for the next kiss. It's Christmas Eve, and I heard heavy steps on the roof. Too slow and heavy for a person. I looked out, 8 shadowy antlered figures pulling a sleigh with no driver. One of them turned and looked down through my window. Empty eye sockets, too many teeth in its smile. The sleigh was empty. The wind seemed to almost guide it closer to the chimney. It wasn't waiting for Santa. It was waiting for me. Christmas Eve, I heard boots on the roof. Heavy, angry. Not Santa. I grabbed Dad's old shotgun and waited. The chimney exploded in a shower of bricks and blood. A huge figure in red dropped down, axe dripping, eyes wild with rage. He wasn't here for cookies. He growled my name like he'd been hunting me for years. The wind roared outside, pushing him closer. When he swung, I saw my own face under the beard. He was me. The wind had come to collect its debt. I stared at my phone, confused, then cold. A new event glowed in red. Don't forget to die tonight. Set for 11:59 p.m. Recurring annually on this exact date. Location? Here. I never created it. I tried deleting it. The reminder came back instantly, now with a note. You promised. My chest tightened. This is the very first year it's ever appeared, but the event says it was created 12 years ago, on the night my parents' car went off the bridge. I was supposed to be with them. I feel watched, like something patient has finally come to collect. I was home alone, microwaving leftovers when the printer suddenly woke up, rattling like bones. A single sheet slid out, warm. My handwriting, perfect loops and all. I can't keep it out anymore. Dated tomorrow, 3:14 a.m. Signed with that little flourish I only use when I'm terrified. I've been home all day. No one else has a key. The ink is still wet. I touch it and feel something under the paper shift, like another page trying to push through from the other side. The printer hums again, patient, waiting for me to feed it the next blank sheet. I opened Facebook on my phone and saw something that made my heart stop. A memory from tomorrow sat at the top. A dim photo of me asleep in bed. Blankets tucked exactly like tonight, taken from the ceiling corner where no camera exists. It was auto-captioned, "Feeling peaceful." The post already had 1 like, from my own account, timestamped 3:14 a.m. tomorrow. I'm sitting here wide awake, phone in my hand, yet the picture shows me breathing slowly, eyes closed. The like counter just ticked to 2. I didn't touch it. It was Christmas Eve, 1988, and I was flipping channels when IBC's live production of A Christmas Carol came on. I watched through to the end when Frank Cross was doing his big redemption speech, and then he froze. His eyes went black on camera. The feed glitched, and suddenly he stared straight at me, saying my name like he knew me. Behind him, the ghosts weren't actors anymore. They were tall, too tall, smiling wrong. The picture cut to static, but the audio kept going. My address whispered over and over. The wind outside howled the same words through the window. The TV's still on. It's been 37 years. The broadcast never ended. I was still 40 miles from home when the robotic voice of my GPS suddenly softened into mine. Exact, tired, and familiar. Recalculating. You're home now. The screen recentered on a rotting asylum I hadn't thought about in 15 years. The one we broke into as teenagers. The pin pulsed over the east wing, where we'd found that locked door. I whispered, "No, I'm on the highway." My voice answered through the speakers, gentle and certain. "You never really left. Turn around when safe. I've been waiting." The estimated arrival time changed to 0:13 a.m. Tonight. Every night. Forever. I was reading in the living room when the machine chimed, soft and polite. It hadn't been run in days. I opened the door, nervous. Steam drifted out like breath. Inside sat one lone plate, still dripping. A fresh, glistening handprint and blood smeared across it, small like a child's. Beneath, in shaky red letters, "Seconds, please." The whisper came again from the dark drum, grateful and hungry. "Thank you." I'm afraid to close the door. I'm more afraid to leave it open. I was at work when the app buzzed. New weigh-in, 143.2 pounds. That's my exact weight this morning. The house has been empty for hours. Doors locked, camera blank. Another notification followed. "Welcome back. You feel lighter today." The live feed shows the scale in an empty bathroom, numbers still glowing as if just used. Then it slowly climbs again, 143.3, 143.4, as if something invisible just stepped off, relieved to be free of whatever it borrowed. I'm 30 miles away, but my phone just vibrated. "See you tonight." I try to keep my eyes open, but they burn. Each time I blink, the dark hallway ignites for a heartbeat. The bulb flares white, and in that flash I see it. A tall shadow at the far end, closer than before. Blink, 10 feet nearer. Blink, 5. I'm afraid to close my eyes again, but tears force it. The light strobes once more. The shadow is right in front of me now, its head tilted, waiting for the next involuntary flicker so it can finally step into the dark with me. I was making coffee when my phone buzzed. Payment sent $666 to the one below. The memo said, "For keeping quiet one more year," followed by a heart emoji. I never opened the app. My balance is now negative $666, red and pulsing. The profile picture for the account is black, but the username is verified. Under recent activity, it shows the same payment every year on this date, going back 12 years. I was only 12 the first time. A new request just appeared from them. $666 due tonight. The memo says, "Time's up. Accept or decline."